Good morning, everybody. It's been a really long time since I've gone live for any reason on Facebook, well, outside of our gender reveal a couple weeks ago. But I wanted to share with you some of the things from Young Living that I've been using to help me through some of the slumpy days in the pregnancy, and also just as far as like instead of using a prenatal vitamin, some of the Young Living supplements that I'm taking instead, and they have been approved by my midwife, so I am not one, but she has told me they're okay. So, and please don't think from the title that I think pregnancy is something to survive. I'm enjoying it. Some days, though, it just seems like let's just get through the day. So, I've got a lot of friends right now who are pregnant as well, different stages, some ahead of me, some a few behind me. Hey, Trina. So I just wanted to share this out there. I'm also wanting to do a video sometime soon about our journey to getting pregnant. We didn't struggle super hard, but it wasn't as easy as I had hoped it would be either. And there were some things that we kind of had to work through and battle through, and I want to share that. If it's something you'd be interested in hearing, it's not something I'm going to do live on my personal page. It's something I'd rather do in a small group with ladies who'd specifically be interested in hearing about some of the things that I've used to help my body and some of the lifestyle changes that we made with the goal in mind of getting pregnant. So if that's something you'd be interested in, or if you have someone who might be interested in that, let me know. I'm going to try to get like a little bit of a kind of a count or whatever, see who might be interested, and then I can set up a date and try to work that out. But anyway, some of the things I'm using. Spearmint is my go-to at night before I go to bed. One of the totally non-glorious things about being pregnant, at least for me, is gas, and it really hurts. And for some reason, as much as we do our best to eat healthy and that kind of thing, it just happens. And spearmint is amazing and has been my best resource for helping just to relieve that pressure, especially for me to sleep at night. It can be really difficult to sleep if that wakes you up in the middle of the night, and it just will not go away. So like 3 drops of this on my stomach is really helpful. Sometimes I'll take it in a little bit of water just to help break that up before I go to bed, and then I can actually sleep through the night, which is really important and really nice. White Angelica has been my go-to emotional oil. I don't know if it's a common pregnant thing or maybe if it's just me. I have been having points in the middle of the night where I just wake up and I feel like something is wrong, even though I know nothing is wrong. I feel like something may go wrong, and I know everything is fine. And I hate waking Jared up when I end up waking up in the middle of the night like that, but I almost always do, because I'm just like, and then he realizes something is wrong, and then he'll wake up and try to get me to go back to sleep. But this has been amazing. If I'm feeling a little off before we go to bed, I'll put it in our diffuser, and I'll put it like on my wrist and over my heart, sometimes on top of my head, just to keep me calm through the night. And it really works. Sometimes if I've woken up like that the night before, I'll put it in the diffuser the next night to avoid that happening again. And when I put this stuff in the diffuser, I sleep like a baby. So this has been another kind of miracle thing for me for that reason. And then I've been using oregano. So with the Vitality, there's a dip in my table. With the Vitality, you can take it internally, or you can use it topically as well. It's safe for that too. This is just the way the FDA likes it to be labeled if you're going to take it internally. But a lot of different countries use oregano the same way we use antibiotics. The FDA is not fond of us. We can't say that we can use it as an antibiotic here in the States, but other countries do use it that way. And it's great for its purifying properties. So I've been using it. I put it on the VitaFlex points on my feet and my hands and on my ears for bladder health, because when you're pregnant, you're supposed to drink a lot, which means you're in the bathroom a lot. And there have been some days I've just kind of felt weird, and I've been concerned about some things maybe not being right. And so I'll take that, and all that just calms down. I'm not worried anymore. So that's mostly what I've been using that for. You can, like I said, take it internally. It can be a little rough on your stomach, and I've always had a sensitive stomach since I was young. So I don't do it that way just because I don't want to make myself feel more sick than I may in a day, which thankfully, since we're second trimester, that part's mostly over. But that's just how I choose to use it. But it's amazing how you can either put it on your body or take it internally, and it's gonna go right to wherever you need it. So that's what I've been using that for the past couple of days. And then whether you're using a regular pregnancy doctor or you're going to a midwife, all of them are going to ask you, what prenatal are you taking? Are you taking prenatals? What are you doing vitamin wise? And one of the reasons that we chose to go with a midwife is because we do have the more natural and holistic approach to everything in our lives, really, as far as getting rid of chemicals. We aren't really into taking a lot of medication if we don't need it. There may be times where that is absolutely required, and if so, fine, but if not, I'd rather go a natural route with it first. So we have already been taking Young Living supplements and things anyway, so I sat down and talked with our midwife when we first met with her, and she was already familiar with Young Living, which was really great because I didn't kind of have to fight that uphill battle, I guess. And the other midwife that we met a few appointments ago, who fills in when the main midwife is on vacation, she was like, oh yeah, I have a friend, she's a Royal Crown Diamond, and she knew Young Living and was all for it too, so that was really helpful. But when she asked what I was taking, I told her what we take every day, pregnant or not, is an ounce of Ningxia Red. Jared takes it, I take it. If we're feeling under the weather, sometimes we'll take more. Our next shipment's coming hopefully today, according to tracking. It's not coming a minute too soon because this might get us through tonight, a little bit of tomorrow. But we take it every day. It's focused around the wolfberry or the Ningxia berry, also known as the goji berry, different names for it. But it's high in antioxidants. It's got good fiber, amino acids, basically everything your body needs. So when I told my midwife I was taking it, she looked it up and she read all what was in it and all the different stats on the back of the bottle and whatnot. And she looked at me and she goes, well, that pretty much covers what a prenatal would cover anyway. And she has blessed this, and I love it because I don't struggle with pills, but I'm not really a fan of swallowing them either. I mean, really, who is? I don't think most people enjoy that. But I was really, really happy when she said that this was good to go and basically covered what a prenatal did. So this is more or less what I'm taking in place of that, because I don't trust what is in a lot of the things that are on the shelves in the regular stores, and even in places like CVS or Walgreens and that kind of thing. They may say that they're safe and they're natural, but there's a lot of things in there that we don't know what they are, and they're synthetic, and I just didn't want to be putting that in my body in the first place, but especially not when I'm pregnant and looking out for myself and little man. So I've been super glad to have this. One thing that we were told the last time we had gone to my gynecologist before we got pregnant was, if you want to get pregnant, you really need to focus on getting folic acid. And so she wanted me to start a prenatal with folic acid, and I was told, just grab anything off of any shelf, you'll be fine. Well, that makes me nervous in the first place. I understand that's not necessarily a slight on her, that's just how they're trained. But I immediately went looking on Young Living's website for something with folic acid, and I couldn't find anything. And then we found out that folic acid is actually the man-made synthetic version of folate. But the supplement I take that has that in it, it's called Super B. You take 2 and you get the 400 micrograms that they recommend that you take with folic acid, obviously folate being the natural, but it's in this. B vitamins are really good for you anyway, especially when you're pregnant. It also has some calcium and magnesium in it, which is another thing my midwife wanted me to start taking. So this covers a lot. I take it in the morning. You're supposed to take it with food, so I do my best to remember to take it after I've eaten. If you saw my post probably about a week ago, I'm not the best at remembering to take it in the morning. All my other stuff I take at night with my Ningxia Red, so like I remember to take that. This is the one thing I always forget. So last week Jared dropped it in the utensil drawer so that I would remember to take it when I went to eat breakfast in the morning. It was actually funny because that morning I was looking for it because I was thinking about it. I was like, where'd it go? I can't find it. And then I opened the utensil drawer and there it was. So, and they're not, like they're pills, but they're not huge and obnoxious. They're little round yellow things. So I take one just because I don't really feel that I need two of them. A lot of Young Living's things are based off a person who weighs 180 pounds. I don't weigh anywhere close to that, even pregnant. So I don't take that much. But I've definitely seen a difference on the days I do take it. It helps with my energy levels, and it just gives me everything else I need to get through my day. Another thing that I take at night, it's called Omega Gize 3. So omega acids and things are good for you anyway. The other reason that I take this is that it has vitamin D3. Yeah, I want to make sure I was getting that right. Vitamin D3 in it. My midwife told me I'm really short in that for some reason. When they did blood work and it came back, she was like, you really need to get a lot more of that in your system. So this is what I've been taking. Again, it's like a little small, this one's really easy to swallow because it's like a little liquidy one and it's not really that big. I mean, you can see it's like not really much bigger than my thumb. So I take that at night simply because I found when I took it during the day, it just kind of bothered me. It may have been because, we cracked the lid so it's popping off. It may have been because I was taking it first trimester and just about everything upset your stomach first trimester. I don't know. But I've just gotten into the habit of taking it at night and then I don't have to worry about that because I'm asleep. So that works great. Another thing, the Ningxia Red Super B and Omega Gize I take every day. Another thing I'm supposed to be taking every day, but I'm also really bad at remembering to take this, is Mega Cal. It's a powder supplement. It's focused on calcium and magnesium, so like there's a ton in there. I don't do well with like put something in my water and drink it because I stink at drinking enough liquid during the day anyway, and then if you put something in it that makes it taste not the way it should, I'm done. Like, don't make me do it. So, you're supposed to take like a teaspoon scoopful a day. There is a scoop in the jar. I tried that. I got it down, but it was like, I can't do this every day until we have this baby kind of thing. So I got, the largest vegetable capsules I could find. And I fill 2 of them and take them every night, because that's like a teaspoon's worth. So I just like pack those as full as I can. I need to actually pack a bunch of them today so that I can get back to taking that because I've been missing it the last few days because I ran out and I keep forgetting to refill them. Baby brain is real. But those are what I take every day. Some of the other things that I'll take if I really need them. Life 9 is a probiotic supplement that's really good for you. Jared and I actually got this free through our loyalty program last month. He takes it when he takes our inner defense supplement that helps keep you healthy, especially through the yucky season when there's all kinds of ick and whatnot going around and we don't want to catch it. It's good to take the inner defense in the morning and then take this at night just to help keep your gut flora healthy. I take it if I'm feeling really off, maybe if I've eaten something that's bothered me the night before. I'll take it before bed because they do recommend taking this at night to really let it work in your stomach. So that's something I'll pull out if I need it. This is my favorite. If I have nights that I just cannot sleep and it's been happening like nights in a row, I'll take this and it knocks me out. Like I sleep at least 8 hours, more than likely more than that. But it's safe. I've showed it to my midwife. She's perfectly okay with it. So that's what I do to sleep if I can't sleep at night. We also have a roll-on called Tranquil that I'll use sometimes. I forgot to grab that off of Jared's nightstand, but that's something I'll take. Another thing I've taken is Amino, so it's an amino acid type thing. It's actually, I guess, targeted more towards athletes to help renew their minerals and things after they've exercised, but let's face it, we may not be running marathons, but growing a little person inside you is some type of athletic accomplishment. So sometimes there's days I just feel really, really sluggish. Sometimes I'll just be having different discomforts and things. like in my head, and I can tell I'm just off, and I know that this is what my body needs. That happened to me one morning, especially first trimester. I just really did not feel good. I felt odd. But before I panicked, I was like, I'm going to try taking this. And this is another put it in your water type thing. It's supposed to taste like wolfberry lemonade, and it's definitely a better flavor than the Mega Cal. Mega Cal has almost no flavor, which was kind of almost worse than having some type of flavor, at least in my opinion. But it does work. I'm just not super fond of flavor. But this isn't too bad, and I don't take it all the time. So when I need it, it's there. It definitely works quickly, because within like 15 to 30 minutes of drinking 8 ounces of water with that in it, I'm good to go. So that's been really helpful. Some of the things that I use that we don't necessarily take internally, everything hurts when you're pregnant, and Cool Azul pain cream goes everywhere with me. I love the size of it. It's big enough that you've got like a bottle full, tube, I guess, full that's going to last you a while. But it's also small enough to just throw in my purse and take with me. So I go everywhere with this. I don't leave the house without it. My neck and shoulders tend to lock up. I have scoliosis, which also messes with my back, which can cause pain sometimes. Obviously, this isn't going to cure scoliosis. Nothing will. But it does help with the pain from it. And this is actually FDA approved over the counter, so we can say that it is a pain cream, which is kind of nice. Most of our stuff we don't get approved by the FDA just because there's hoops and all kinds of stuff. And then a lot of the things, it would mean we can't offer them to people the way we do now. So whole nother big thing. But this one is a pain cream. It's equated as an over-the-counter because the FDA actually does let us talk about it the way we want to. So I love this stuff. It is the only thing that helps Jared's with his headaches. We've tried multiple other Young Living products for that discomfort in his head. But this is the thing that actually does it. I had a friend come to me Sunday morning and she said, I've got a headache. Do you have anything? And I pulled this out and I was like, rub this on your head. And about 5 minutes later, she came back to me and she's like, it's gone. And I've had it all morning. I was like, yes, it is. So this is a lifesaver. It's definitely coming with me when it is go time to have this baby, because I'm not leaving the house without it. If we leave without it, I'm going to call somebody and be like, please bring that to me. Lavender lotion is great. Your skin goes through a lot when you're pregnant. Lately mine's just been kind of like dry and uncomfortable, and so I'll pull this out. We've even put a little bit of frankincense in it because frankincense is great for your skin too. But this lotion, lavender lotion especially, is great for your skin. I've got another one that I use that I keep in a different part of the house, so like no matter where I am I have a lotion, but all of their lotions are fantastic. Keeping your skin clear is crazy when you're pregnant, right? Hormones, people. Yay. The Mira Luminous Cleansing Oil is my favorite go-to thing. It's great for removing makeup, which I only use Young Living's makeup, so it's all plant-based, no chemicals, safe for me and baby. This gets it off like just in a swipe. Like I rub it on with my fingers and I wipe it off with a washcloth and I'm done. And it all comes off. It's great. I love this stuff. The other thing that I pair with that is Young Living's Acne Cream. Both of these came out in like June of last year, and they've been absolutely amazing. When I use them both, the redness in my skin goes down, the bumps kind of disappear faster. It's great stuff, especially when I pair them together. So the key to keeping my skin clear is just actually me being consistent with using them. And I'll admit, I'm not the greatest at that all the time. But when it gets really bad, then I get really motivated to use it. The other thing that gets really dry are my lips. It doesn't matter how much I drink or really how often I use chapstick or whatever. My lips just always tend to be dry. And I've kind of just been that way. But I did get one of the things they released, I believe it was at convention last year in June. They put together a poppy seed lip scrub. This stuff is amazing. It goes so far. Like I usually just stick a Q-tip in there and pull out like a tiny little bit on the end of the Q-tip and put it in my lips and then just kind of rub my lips together. And then you just let it sit. Like you don't really scrub it on. You just kind of let it sit. It exfoliates and gets rid of the dead skin that's there. And then you just wipe it off with water. So I'll just usually do it with like a washcloth if I'm in the bathroom, or if I decide to do it in the kitchen, I'll just do it with a paper towel and it works just as well. And then I'll follow it up with one of Young Living's lip balms. So this is the cinnamon lip balm. It's spearmint and cinnamon. So it gives you like a cooling effect, which is kind of cool, no pun intended. And it smells really good. Like, to me, it's kind of like having like a Tic Tac kind of smell, or like a Lifesaver, I guess. Is that what they call the little white mints? I think they're Lifesavers, right? It's been forever since I've had one. My friend used to give them to me all the time in college when we'd be sitting in chapel and falling asleep. It would keep us both awake, but I haven't had one since then. So there's this one. My favorite one is the lavender lip balm, which at first I was like, that sounds really odd, but I got them like in a 4-pack at Christmas, and so I got 4 different scents. But the lavender is my favorite. I've only used that and the cinnamon. So far, I have grapefruit, and I gave away the vanilla mint one to my mom. So it'll be interesting to see what she thinks of that. But I really love their lip balms. They're super soft. They keep my lips hydrated really well, better than any other chapstick I've tried. And I don't have to like apply it all the time. But I really, really do love it. And the last thing I use all the time, because our immune systems can be hampered, I guess. Artisan, hush, please. But anyway, our immune systems take a hit just because we're pregnant, and right now there's lots of icky things going around that I don't want to catch. So Thieves Waterless Hand Purifier goes everywhere with me. Not this bottle, I put it in this holder like hanging on my purse, but this stuff is awesome. It goes a really long way. I've had this bottle, I don't know, since May, June, maybe July, but it's lasted me a really long time. Jared and I use it, Jared and I use it all the time, everywhere we go. Thieves is great for purifying and keeping things sanitized. I can't say that. Keeping things clean and keeping you healthy. But I've also made a spray that I take with me if I have to use the bathroom while we're out, which is like super common now because yay, being pregnant. But I'll take it in there and I'll like spray it on the toilet seat, and I'll spray it all over the handles of anything I have to touch. And honestly, I use the spray on anything I have to touch, and then I use this after I go to the bathroom. I don't even bother with the soaps that are full of chemicals and triclosan, which is bad for your skin anyway, and it has been scientifically proven not to be extra helpful in killing germs like they claimed it was when they first started putting it in those types of things. So I just use my hand purifier in place of that, and I honestly feel better after the fact because it has no chemicals and I know that it's keeping my hands clean. So those are the things that are getting me through till June. A lot of them I'll keep taking and using after that fact. Some of them will probably end up in baby's routine once he's old enough, especially to start taking the Ningxia Red. He'll be getting that in little increments. Obviously not for a while, so don't freak out on me, people. But a lot of this is going to end up being his lifestyle too. So I'm super excited about that. We have a whole line for babies, which I'm really, really looking forward to getting. We actually ordered like a whole 3-pack of their wipes for him because you can't have enough wipes, right? This is what I've been told. And they have a whole bundle that comes with all their baby stuff. So when we do order the bundle, I'm looking forward to getting on here and sharing that. But that we probably won't get till closer till he's born. But lots of great stuff. I wanted to share that with you guys. If you are interested in trying any of it, let me know. I can get you hooked up if you want to order something. Even if you're not pregnant, if you think something I talked about might help you, let me know. But I hope you guys have a rest of your day, and I hope that that was interesting and helpful for you guys.